So quick briefing of today's job we're going to be doing. On November 1st, we mowed this property, and as you guys know, we mowed almost all the way through November. It stayed warm here. It never really got cold. We had moisture and plenty of sunlight, so the grass kept growing. It was a very late season, and we even had a late fall to follow up with that. Yeah, follow up. Anyway, so we showed up there November 1st, I believe it was, and we mowed. And then immediately after, the renters said, hey, we don't need any more mowing, yada, yada, yada. So we were like, hey, who are we to argue? You know, they paid all year. They're a good customer. Yeah. Have a good time. We'll see you next year. So what happened is our buddy that actually owns the house, he messaged the other day and he said, hey, man, when was the last time you took care of my property? He's like, I showed up here. My previous renters, you know, they moved out. I'm going to be bringing new renters in. And the place doesn't exactly look up to his standards. And I said, hey, we were told on November 1st not to come back. So that's exactly what we did. And he's like, okay, he's like, is there any way I can get you to come out and clean this place up? It's a mess. I don't want to bring new tenants in. I don't want to take pictures to advertise it. Whatever he's going to do to get this place taken care of, he wants it cleaned up so the pictures look better before he moves on with that, whether he's going to sell it, whatever. So, yeah, that's a real quick briefing on this job. I'll be honest with you, the backyard on this thing stays a little wet, so I'm a little scared about running into this thing. I don't know what we're running into. We haven't seen it in almost a couple months now. So
yeah, we've had a lot of rain in the past few days too, so
yeah,
a little iffy.
Yeah, so I'm probably talking a little too loud, waking the kids up, but the babysitter, I did just see he pulled in here. So TQ is going to finish up a few more boxes. I'm going to drink a little more coffee, and then we're going to get a ton of work done today.
Let's go.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you doing on this beautiful
Tuesday?
I'm glad you picked me up, TQ, because I was thinking Wednesday for some reason. Anyways, guys, so let's take a walk, TQ, real quick. We'll kind of show them the patient for the day.
The patient.
Well, maybe for the next 40 minutes or so. So, you guys know we mow this customer's here. And unexpectedly, we got a call from the property owner here, and he said, hey, I got new tenants moving in. Anyway, we can go ahead and clean it up real quick. So I told him, you know, you're lucky you're a good buddy of mine because it is the end of December, yes, and it is tall.
It is really tall.
And it's really wet, but we will do what we can do to make it look better. Let's take a peek back here real quick. So if you guys remember, this is the property that had all of the army worms back here. And so this thing was getting heavily fertilized. And it's definitely showing that. It's still green. As you can see, the neighbors completely browned out. Now they might have cut that lower. I'm assuming probably to brown it out. But yeah, as you can see, this baby is gorgeous. I do notice this is really, really wet here. I mean, like really wet. So I'm probably not gonna be able to get real close to the house with the mower just because it shades it quite a bit. So this area here will probably be a no-go area. I'm gonna tell TQ, hey, probably have to trim out quite far here. Maybe like 10, 15 feet all the way around. So we're gonna go ahead and blow all these beds out once TQ's done and then mulch this property in. I would like to have vacked it all up, but simply this is gonna be a ton of grass. Let's set you guys up here for a nice shot. Don't you love it? As soon as you get mowing, you're kind of starting to get into the groove, and boom, you got to stop the mower and get off. I know it's not that big of a deal, but definitely going to have to charge the customer at least $100 for me having to stop the blades and get off and move these few branches here. Totally just kidding, guys. Let's get back to mowing this baby out. all the pine cones that dropped. Those got a lot of sap on them too. Sticky, sticky. So, right now, guys, I am cutting extremely high. I'm at 4 1/4, and it's simply because the lawn is so tall. I know it might not appear. It might not appear in the filming, but it's tall. I'm hoping to get it down to 3 1/2. That's my goal. I just don't know if taking an additional 3/4 inches off of here. If you see right through there, kind of, let me get my finger right through here. I'm just now starting to get some clumps in here. So we're gonna see what we can do. I got you guys filming up here on the deck as well. TQ did a killer job up around the back side of that house. It is extremely soft, and definitely a good call on our part to not try to run the mowers right up against the back of the house there. It's just completely saturated. So let's get back on here and get some more work done. do too much damage to this property, and I think by going over it again, I could damage it. It's really, really soft right now. So I wanted to get it down to 3.5. I think we're gonna have to leave it at 4 1/4. It looks really, really good right now. For where we're at, I think it'll do the most benefit to just leave it here until the spring. I got away with a good pass here. I don't want to push my luck by dropping it down and just destroying the yard by rutting it up or anything like that. So I was gonna go to 3.5. I changed my mind. I'm gonna stick at 4 1/4. It looks really good. It's cleaned up. We mulched a lot of the leaves in, and yeah, I think it looks nice. Let's go get the front yard done now. We're not really doing so much a fall cleanup on this property, just because we would come in, you know, hedge trim everything. There's some grasses out back we would cut down as well. But what we are gonna do is get the leaves off the front of the property, out of the mulch beds, off the porch area, and just get them out here and kind of get them mulched in a little bit. Quick little tip here for you guys. As you can see, I have one pass left there with just a bunch of leaves. So I'm having TQ come in here, blow everything off of the deck. There's the dog right on cue in the background with the squeaky toys. And anyways, I'm having her blow the deck off because as you're mowing along, it's naturally the wind and stuff's going to carry grass and leaves up onto the deck. So having her blow it out real quick before I do this last pass and do a double cut, it's going to make it look a lot better. Good job. Alright guys, GoPro went dead on me, so I grabbed my phone out real quick. I'm not gonna hop in the truck and change batteries out. So what we're gonna do real fast is just blow everything off, clean up our entire mess. The new tenants, renters, homeowner, I don't know if this customer is gonna sell this place or what's gonna happen with it, but they'll be happy with that. It turned out way better than I anticipated, I'll be honest with you. I thought we were gonna get ourselves into a bit of a mess, and I even explained that to the homeowner. I'm like, man, it's really wet right now. We literally, guys, have probably had an inch or two of rain pretty much since Christmas Day or the day before. And it's really saturated things here. That's why we kind of made the decision to put the dump trailer up and, you know, call it a wrap. But you know, it's probably 40 degrees out here right now. It's supposed to get up in the 50s. We have a good chance for some of the white stuff this afternoon, TQ.
Banking on it.
We've kind of been dry here lately with the white stuff, which is okay. It's given us an opportunity to take care of stuff at the storage facility and at home, and relax a little bit and recover those bones and aches and muscles. Yeah, so we went through all of our salt that we had from last year. I know some of you last year were like, oh man, you're gonna sit on that, it's all gonna go bad. Well, none of it went bad, but I think one bag we had that was hard. So that was really good. So we got to go get more salt because we're completely out. We went through all those skids we had stored, and let's quit chit-chatting and yip-yapping, TQ.
That looks good. Good job.
Bro, for the end of, sorry, TQ, not bro. It's just natural sometimes. It's just our mentality. That looks really good for the end of December.
I think they'll be happy.
So like anytime you start doing something, you really start doing something and cleaning stuff up. So that's exactly what we're doing here now. So you guys know we made our compost pile back here. So we're gonna be putting all of our debris, I guess you could say. Trying not to trip over a tree stump here. So yeah, I'm thinking next year right through here we put us a nice garden.
That's not a good idea.
You get some? So we'll just work them over here into the compost pile now. So if you can see some of the straw in here, we've been pulling the straw out of the chicken coop as needed as well and putting it back here. So all that chicken poop, the leaves, the grass, all the above is gonna make for some really good compost. All right, I'm gonna move this truck out of our way.
We are here at our spot getting a skid of salt. Burndale's. They have really clean salt here.
going, man? You can just give me about a foot. I can stand behind the skid there, so I can load the salt spreader. That's fine. Thank you. You too. Happy New Year. Another eventful day filled with hard work and love here at Spencer Lawn Care. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a nice comment, and always subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys. And as always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys. We'll talk to you later. Man, the top of that salt is dirty. Must have been sitting there since last year. Let's go, baby.